Hi, Sim. It's really nice to meet you. And it's great to connect with somebody who is a fellow grey. And I see that you are celebrating them quite beautifully.
Thank you.
And I think this was quite a new experience for you. Am I right?
Very new.
Yes.
Yeah. It's been quite a quick process, I feel.
Yeah. What happened? What led you to decide that it was time to make a change?
It was a change in. I went and had my colours done for clothing, having worn mostly black and grey all my life, and starting a new business. I thought, well, I need to be a little bit more visible, but I don't really know how. So I went and had my colours done by a fabulous woman, and she just opened my eyes to the fact that I could wear colour. Fuchsia pink and orange and greens and all these beautiful colours. She had commented in her report about my hair probably being a bit too dark and that I could go ash blonde. And I never really thought anything of it. I carried on just dyeing my hair as I have done for, a million years. And then somebody in her group messaged me privately and said, I think your hair's too dark. I do think you should go ash blonde. It will be a slow process because you need to change the colour slowly and we need to do this and we need to do that. And it's going to cost you £250 every time you come and do it. And I just thought, oh, crikey.
Well, kudos to her for trying to get some business.
Yeah, I mean,
Fair
she
enough.
was nowhere, didn't live anywhere near me, but I thought, well, maybe I should just try and think about it. I went and got my hair coloured with my normal guy on the 4th of November 2021. And then on the 7th of November, I thought, do you know what? I just feel I'm sick to death of dyeing my hair. I suppose during the process, I wish I had made that decision during lockdown, like many people did, but I didn't. I wasn't ready. Obviously, wasn't ready, and I just thought, you know what? I'm going to speak to my partner, see what he thinks, whether he supports me or not. But I think I'd like to not dye my hair and see what it is that I've been given. I know that I'm grey, but I don't know how grey. So I thought it would be a great learning experience. It hasn't taken long, I think, and I think that's because I have curly hair and I have had to cut it frequently. But the process it's deeper than superficial. It's not about vanity. It wasn't about vanity, and I've learnt a lot. I've learnt a lot through the process.
What sort of things do you think stand out to you in your learning process?
Well, a couple of things. Firstly, that through that process, I actually started to realise that I was perimenopausal. So I started to look into that about hormone disruptors, and I discovered that really a lot of the stuff that we're putting in our body, on our body, even though I've come from a health, complementary therapy health background, I'm still using stuff, including dyeing my hair. A lot of these are hormone disruptors. So I really wanted to step away from using chemicals, and the hair dye actually was my first point to stop.
Interesting.
The other thing is I wanted to just see.
Well, it seems like there's been a bit of a transition for you.
There is yes, it's a huge transition. I think the other thing that came up is fighting my own beliefs around growing old and grey hair.
Yeah.
Now I have really been going grey probably since I was about 16. I've grown up with a father who has I've only ever seen him with grey or salt and pepper grey to now white. And I've grown up with my mum always dyeing her hair.
There you are.
So that was the norm.
That's the norm for most people,
yeah,
isn't it?
And she was very conscious about aging. Like, it bothered her.
Yeah.
And so I suppose for a woman going grey, I sort of noticed that my association with going grey was was about letting yourself go. If you're going to go grey, you are letting yourself go. And I wanted to fight that because I don't agree with it at all.
Like letting yourself go, i.e. not looking after
yourself. You're not looking after yourself. Like that might be the case for some people, but I don't believe that.
But you're right, because actually most society believe that if a woman especially lets her hair go grey, she's not looking after herself, she's letting herself go.
Well, it shouldn't be, but I think it's people's comments and fears, their own fears, that comes out in conversation, right? So I think, I haven't had negative comments, but I see within the community of the Silver Sisters that people do have negative comments. I find it unbelievable, really, yes. Because it's like, who are you to judge what somebody's decision is about the way that they look? It's their own issue, right?
Exactly. They bring their own negativity around it.
Their own belief, their own limited belief, and their own issues. It's anything with anything.
And you mentioned that you work in the health industry.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I am a holistic health therapist,
okay.
And I've been in the industry for 23 years. I currently work with perimenopausal women to help give them their energy back.
Right.
I do that with various lifestyle changes, including nutrition.
But has not colouring, that like taking out all those chemicals, do you feel it's made a big difference to you personally?
In terms of my energy?
Yeah. Or in your general well-being?
I don't know, because I've made lots of changes.
Okay.
What I do know is it's given me a sense of freedom.
Mm-hmm.
And there's an element of confidence that's come with this as well. Like in the beginning, I felt really paranoid. I was, it looks like you've missed quite a few months of an appointment, right? It looks like you're a bit lazy.
What, like missed all those hairdressing appointments?
Okay. Like I haven't coloured my hair, and I was really, really paranoid.
Grey hair, don't care kind of thing.
And now, I really don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care, and I don't know if that's the process from not dyeing my hair. I don't know if that's the process of the fact that I am in a transitional stage in my life, being perimenopausal.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm really having to think about what that means, because that in itself comes with its own beliefs around aging.
Yes, it does.
So it's
I have to say that you are amongst the people I speak to generally at the lower end.
Yeah.
So, you're in your early 40s. A lot of people I speak to are sort of further up the scale, myself obviously included. But I'm going to say that I think it's brave only because of what society brings out. Not because I think you're brave. I think it's great what you've done, and I think it's great that you've taken this step. And hopefully people will feel confident enough to do that.
Yeah.
But do you get comments that make you feel that you've done the right thing? I mean...
Yeah. I have never... Nobody has commented negatively to my face.
Right. Okay.
So beyond that,
Great.
I don't know. What people say behind my back, that's their issue, not mine.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if I was greyer, whether there would be more commentary. Mm-hmm. I do think having curly hair with grey streaks, and they are streaks, they're my silver streaks. It's like having glitter in my hair. I love it.
Yeah.
I think that because it's quite subtle, that it seems to be more acceptable.
So if one of your clients came to you and said, you know what, I'm really thinking about doing this, maybe leaving my hair to go natural, what would be something that you'd say to him? How would you advise them?
I would just probably tell them my journey, in that it is difficult in the beginning, but the difficulty I don't think comes from other people, unless of course it's your own mother or parent or sibling or anybody. Like the only people that are going to tell you the truth are the ones that are close to you, I think.
Yeah.
but I just do it. I would just say to them, do it, but know that there will be moments of doubt, and you'll be questioning yourself, because I think that's what it's aging, whether it's deciding not to wear makeup or deciding, not to wear a bra, whatever it is, we have been programmed into believing that we just have to stay young and perfect forever. And
now we can possibly change that conversation.
Well, I think it's really important. And when you see how much fakery there is online for young girls to aspire to, I just think it's really, really important to show that you can still be young, have grey hair. I'm still wearing makeup. That's okay. I haven't yet transitioned completely away from that. But it's normal. I always say to my boys, this is what a real woman looks like. Not what you see online.
And isn't it great for them to have such a great example?
I hope so.
Well, you've been wonderful to speak to, Sim. Thank you so much indeed.
You're welcome.